In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the Bone Blossom seed inside of Grow a Garden, and I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to get this particular seed inside of the game, what you should do inside of the game to get it faster, what you should prioritize to maximize on your allocative efficiency, and so much more. First off, how do you get the Bone Blossom seed? Well, inside of the game, as you saw behind me, there is this area called the Prehistoric Quest. And inside of this particular event's mini game item, you can do a bunch of challenges here and earn yourself both the reward and points that will contribute towards you getting the Bone Blossom seed. Now, in case you don't know why the Bone Blossom seed is so important, the reason why people want it so much is because it is now officially the best seed inside of the game, giving you an item that is worth even more than the Candy Blossom. And as you can see, there are different quests on this particular dino quest in which you can earn points and get rewarded for doing, which will contribute towards you approaching towards the Bone Blossom. Alright, let's get started in this video and let's show you the first few things you should do in order to get this seed. First, the best thing I would suggest for you to do is have open plots available in your garden. Such as myself right here, I made a small spot available because my garden is filled with a bunch of plants and I'm not a huge fan of deleting plants. So I made a small spot available, but if possible, I would suggest you have a bigger spot available. The second thing you want to do is always go over to the gear shop as recommended by many players and buy up the entire gear shop. Now obviously a lot of the items in the gear shop you will not need, but there's always a chance of good items spawning, and the item I would suggest you get the most of is going to be the harvest tool. You also want to buy these particular eggs because there is a quest that may require you to use these eggs and redeem it and use those pets for sacrificing in the dino events. Now the reason why I said you need that harvest tool is because over here, as you can see by something I'm starting to craft already, if you sacrifice the common egg and a harvest tool, which we will do right now to show you what happens, but if you sacrifice all these items for this particular crafting, you will first be able to receive yourself a reclaimer inside of the game, which as you can see on my screen, is an item that allows you to reclaim a plant. Why this is important is because for some quests inside of the game, they will require you to plant down items in which you will have to collect from that particular plant, and obviously you don't want to fill up your entire garden, but some of the plants are rare, so you want to have this reclaimer available. Now, is this reclaimer actually necessary? Well, not necessarily is a requirement to have this particular reclaimer, but it will definitely help you out in the game, especially when you're doing quests a lot. Now, the next thing you want to do is have a variety of different plants down at your garden. And the reason why you want to have a bunch of different plants is partially because these particular quests for the prehistoric events can range from anything like collecting bamboo, collecting apple, or even watering plants when you're putting them down. They can range from anything, so obviously having a lot of plants will definitely save you a lot of time. But it will definitely make things a lot more convenient for you, maximizing on your allocative efficiency. Now, as you can see by my particular quest, the quest can range from anything like growing a pet and planting certain seeds. So obviously, having a lot of plants available inside of the game will first give you a variety of different plants to pick. But in case you need to plant a particular seed, you could always use that reclaimer tool I just mentioned, pick up that particular plant and put it back down. Now, yes, obviously you could also buy them in the seed shop, but certain plants like the sugar apple or even the mango tree don't really spawn that often. So obviously having this reclaimer will definitely speed up your grinding time inside of the game. Now, obviously growing that pet that we just saw, the bunny, to level 10 is definitely going to be a challenge. As first, you need to go over to the egg place and buy yourself more pet eggs. And then after you buy yourself pet eggs, you have to hatch them and pray that you get yourself a bunny. Which is why when I mentioned earlier you should buy all your eggs, there was two reasons that I had in mind, which was this one where you put the pet down, hatch the egg, get the pet, and use it for that particular quest. And the second thing was using the egg for the recall ranch. Now, obviously, the quests vary depending on what quests you have inside of the game. Some quests require you to plant certain items, some require you to pick apples off a tree, and so forth. So obviously, having a lot of variety of items in the game will definitely help you out. Now, the next thing you could do to maximize on the amount of items you have, which will obviously help you out for this event, is by having a macro set up for the seed shop. What I mean by macro is, as you can see by my thing scrolling and buying everything, if you have an auto clicker and you're scrolling up and down at the same time, it will definitely allow you to buy more seeds. And as you can see by some of my quests, like the mango planting quest, obviously having a lot of seeds will be very helpful, so I would suggest having a macro for the seed shop if you're able to. One of the macros that many players have suggested to me is called Tiny Task, in which you are able to set up the macro with a recording tool, and it will automate the stuff you do inside of the game. Obviously, I have not really used that tool before, and I'm not sure if you're even allowed to use it on this game, so make sure to look around and ask before using it, just so you don't get in trouble with the game. Now, the next thing you could do inside of the game to prepare for the upcoming quest is by having a lot of these dinosaur eggs available. And the reason why you want to have them available is because some of those quests inside of the dinosaur quest or prehistoric quest will require you to maybe even use dinosaur eggs. So having these available will definitely be helpful. Obviously, inside of the game, all these small details many players have definitely done, but there is a small minority of players who may forget about one or two items. So hopefully this video is a great reminder and is helping you progress further inside of the game. Obviously, the main goal of this video is to get you the Bone Blossom Seed inside of this prehistoric quest. But there's also going to be other benefits of doing these particular things I'm mentioning, such as restoring items that you may want back in your inventory. Now, you could also use this crafting tool here and make yourself different items. This will most likely not help you with the prehistoric quest, but then again, some players might not know why dino eggs are important. As you can see right here, you can use them to get different seed packs and even this dino crate. Last and foremost, what is the most easiest way of getting more quests done inside of the game? Well, in case you don't already see it, there is a button called the skip quest button, in which you are able to spend Robux inside of the game and skip quests, which will obviously allow you to not have to do them, and also getting the point for that particular quest. Yes, spending Robux is not necessarily the goal, but in case people do want to spend Robux to getting the quests done and getting themselves the best seed in the game, that is always an option inside of the prehistoric quests inside of this event. Now, thanks for watching this video, by the way. Hopefully it helped you out. If you have not already, make sure to click the subscribe button and drop a like on this video. Hopefully you can share this video to those who may need it. Other than that though, thanks for watching this video.